Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're talking about kids with abilities. Hi, my name is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman. I'm an intuitive psychic medium here in the Sugar Land area. That's just outside of Houston. I work with my angels and guides to assist my clients in many areas of their lives, to bring them special messages from loved ones who have passed, to dialogue with their angels for guidance into their own situation, or to assist them with their own psychic abilities. If you like my content, please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. So actually, probably in the last 10 days, I have been asked several versions of this question, and I've even heard it from my own child as well. And it's kind of like, what do kids feel when their parents are arguing is the true question. And a lot of times, parents feel like we need to hide that part from our kids, and we need to kind of like make them feel okay or secure, even if mom and dad are having an argument. And parents may even feel like, okay, I'm pretending to be happy, I'm smiling at each other, kind of like we're doing this for the sake of the kids. The truth is, you will never be able to hide your arguments from your kids. Psychic or not, you're not going to be able to. They're going to feel the energy of the room, or something's off, or something's not quite right. Even if they can't like verbalize it, like this is what's wrong, they're going to feel something wrong. And it's because it's really an energy thing. And it's something that we truly cannot hide from everyone. We may be able to kind of push it to the side, or people that are willing to overlook it are more likely to not see it than others. But I guarantee you, our kids are seeing it. So kind of one of the things I want parents to understand is to have arguments is completely normal. To have arguments or discussions about, I want this and you want that, that's completely normal. Parents are raised in different situations, different learning things that they've gone through, kind of life lessons, things that they've learned through work, or things that they have learned through home. They have learned differently from each other. And so when there's a discussion, or I want this and you want that, and we're kind of like really far apart, it's one of those, it really opens up a time where we can really open up to our kids and kind of really talk to them about, this is the way parents should argue, or this is the way people should argue about things. Teaching your way is the proper way to discuss things with other people is really important. You don't have to discuss like every aspect of it with them, but letting them know what you're kind of talking about. And then make sure that when you do, you're not kind of like pointing it back to the other person. Well, dad is saying this because he's insecure about whatever. No, just the facts. Kind of like a fax machine. Just the facts, ma'am, just the facts. Or dad doesn't want to do this because he's afraid he's going to have to confront his mom. No. That's bringing up the past. And that's lesson number one, is never, never, never go into the past. When you're having a discussion, if something from the past comes up, then that's an argument or a discussion or something else for another day. Deal with what's in front of you and only focus on one thing at a time. So don't bring up the past. Stay on topic. Stay on the topic that you're really, really talking about. Only one person is allowed to talk at a time. And I would do this in a family setting. If it's something that kind of like everybody's talking about in the family, then I would bring the whole fam, all the kids together, and bring this as a family discussion so everybody gets to feel heard. Even if someone's idea is a little more crazy, sometimes when the kids are crazy, they'll kind of come up with their own scenario, and that can be overwhelming, or it can be like, we still need to make that child feel heard. And it can be overwhelming because it's like, we're trying to stay on topic. So keep that as one of the points. Like, we're staying on topic. We're not bringing up the past. We're staying on topic with what's going on. And then even the kids that kind of bring up some crazy suggestions or ideas, still listen to all of them. And then you can discount them later on. Like, I just don't think that's going to work for us. So that makes it easier. Once everybody has finished discussing, we can start like going in through, like, now everybody's had this discussion period. What do we feel is going to be the best option for us? And that could be something like, dad and I are going to talk about this, or mom and I are going to talk about this, or we're going to think about it overnight and come back together sometime tomorrow or next weekend or whatever it is, and really, really talk about this. And then if there's any other discussion kind of bringing up to the family, it's one of those starting with a plan to move forward, kind of like stating the plan. So we have now decided as a family, we are going to go do this, go there, whatever it is. It makes it much easier, and it makes everybody kind of part of the decision making. If someone brings up a new idea or a new suggestion or something like that, you can call a new plan. If you're like, wow, this really would be a great solution to this, call everybody in so everybody's part of the new discussion. Allow everybody to talk about the ideas and then come up with a new conclusion, kind of like stating the conclusion. So one of the other things that I would really say is at the start of your meetings, light some incense. This really, really helps clearing the energy. It really helps to get everybody focused on what's about to happen. You could have a fragrance that everybody in the family likes. And it kind of just gets everybody centered with what's about to happen. So that's kind of the fun, cool part about using the incense is kind of like, now we're going to have a family discussion. And having that around is going to open up everybody's energy field as we kind of bring in and discuss new ideas or new solutions to what's going on. So that's kind of like the important part. And I usually start out with starting with my incense and kind of allowing that energy to come around. So let's pull a couple of angel cards and let's get us some more information about this. First one is dreams. Some of the places that, maybe if it's a discussion about like where we go on vacation or something like that, where are your dream places? What would you like to do? And have everybody put their input. Maybe there's a theme park close by, or maybe there's a festival close by. So there's a lot of things that we can kind of encompass. And if you're doing it all on your own, yeah, that can be kind of like better that a parent do it, but it can make it more fun and exciting when the kids open up to the parents, like, I really want to do this, or I really like doing this, I really like going horseback riding, I really like doing roller coaster. So that kind of opens up the ideas of like what we want to bring in. The next one is surrender and release. This is really important for the parents to understand. This is not just like teaching your kids how to argue or how to have a discussion or whatever else. It's opening up your energy in a whole new way. And I guarantee you kids are going to be open to the idea to understand and to understand what's going on behind the scenes. Maybe not every one of your arguments or discussion needs to be open to the family, but a lot of them do. A lot of them pertain to everybody in the family. And when you open up that energy to everyone in the family, it changes the dynamics, because now you're teaching your kids how to argue the correct way. You're teaching your kids how to open up to that energy and have a discussion with someone else that maybe not the easiest discussion to have, or maybe it's not the easiest subject to talk about, but it makes it better for everyone, that everybody gets to partake in it, because everybody now is going to feel heard. Everybody now is going to feel like they've gotten an opportunity to kind of state what they really, really want. Next one is enchantment. When our kids hear us argue, it really does mess with their foundation of what is happening or what is about to happen or how things in the family dynamics work. And a lot of times, like, they don't necessarily hear the argument. Sometimes they just feel it. They're feeling that energy. And so clearing the energy in advance can really, really help. And then to bring them as part of it, like Dad and I are having an argument about whatever it is, and allowing them to understand what's going on. It makes it easier for them to understand, but it also makes it easier to know that it's okay to have an argument with someone else. It's okay to have different viewpoints from someone else. Like I said earlier, every parent is raised in a different environment. You and your husband or you and your spouse were not raised in the same environment. And so learning how to argue together or how to discuss things together is a huge part about a relationship and a marriage. And that's the important part that our kids really require understanding, is how do you do this? How do you really make these discussions. And that's the part that I think that kids need to be a part of to some degree, depending on their age, so that they can feel a part of it, so they can feel part of the solution and not just part of the problem. Because I guarantee you, so many times kids tell me, I hear my parents argue, and I don't know if they're going to stay together or they're going to get a divorce. Even at age like 5 or 6, they're telling me this because that's all they've ever heard or seen on TV, that so-and-so parents argued on TV and now they're getting a divorce. And what does that mean? And all of this changes. It doesn't have to be that way. We can really open up and really speak our truth about how to argue, how to get our point across, and how someone else can kind of be like, so-and-so is talking, so I'm going to be quiet and really listen to them. And then when I'm talking, they're going to be quiet so I can be heard. And that's an important part for every person, every human being to understand. It's important to feel heard. It's important to feel like you're a part of what's going on and a part of the solution as well. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.